Hey guys, I got another powerful message for you today, and that is that they don't want you to trust God. That's why they have set up false religions or at least hijacked the real spirituality of mankind. They don't want people to understand the relationship between man and God. And this is something that, for me, I might not have a Ferrari. I might not have. Where are you going with that? I might not have. I might not be a billionaire. But one thing I do have is I can sit down and I can talk with God at any time. And I would take that over all of those other things. And this really comes with spiritual maturity as well. I'm not saying that I have a negative relationship with money or towards those things, but the material items and the materialism will never be what really matters. It's cool to have these toys and to go to beautiful places like this on the earth, but really what's most important is your ability to have a deep relationship with yourself, where at any time you can control your mind. You don't let the mind get the better of you. Even though there's cloudy weather coming, there's always better days. There's always better days. And you know what? We can make those days. And God has a message for you today, actually, because He's speaking to me right now. He's always speaking to me. He's always trying to get me to tell you guys something. But guess what? I have to get out of my own way in order to do that. So this is what I want to be breaking down for you today: how to have a better relationship with God and to really just live with more purpose and more meaning. And a lot of people don't believe in God because of the dark times that have happened. But you have to remember that without the darkness, you wouldn't see the stars. And actually, if you always learn from your lessons in life, however long that takes, if you have to sit there, I've been in pain for, sometimes a year or two at a time and struggle to find the next steps or to take the courage, have the courage to take those steps. And I know some people have had it a lot worse than me. I'm not here to be a victim about my circumstances. And actually, that's what helps me in that situation, is to remember, a lot of people have it a lot worse than I do. And in fact, how can I be of benefit to these people? How can I help these people? Sometimes we get too caught up thinking about ourselves and what we want to manifest in our lives. But it's not until you actually think, how can I help other people? That's when everything changes for you. That's what God wants you to remember. He's never going to abandon you. God will never abandon you as long as you keep trying, keep getting up, and He'll always give to you. Also be receptive. I'm not saying that He's living on terms and conditions, but be grateful that you've been blessed with this life. And if you do have the ability to make any progress with your mind, your mental health, or your emotions, or your struggles in life, if you have the ability to make progress, then please do it. That's all that is asked of you. And that's why I name my channel Warriors Amongst Men, because a lot of people are very depressed inside. They show a great life on the outside, all smiles and all that. There's nothing wrong with being happy. Sometimes I come out here and I'm all smiles, yeah? But at the same time, we have to live with the inner reflected outside and the outside reflected inside. Become one, because at the end of the day, the energy, emotions are energy in motion. Everything around you, everything within you, everything in the universe is energy, frequency, and vibration. And if something becomes out of line, your body will tell you. Your body might, whatever your symptoms are in your body right now, that's just your body trying to speak to you. And this is the way you were designed by the Creator, so that the answers will always be there. You will never be in a space where the answers cannot be known. I guarantee you that. There is an answer in your space right now. If you need some help, I guarantee there's a phone number that you could call of a loved one that would probably make your day. You know, and you're never alone. The universe always sends someone. Sometimes a message comes in that you needed to hear, and you know, I'm here to tell you how to, or help you and share with you how I am able to communicate with God more. You know, how I can trust God more, how I can do this. It's a very special thing for me. You know, I don't need anything else when I have this relationship with God. At any time I can sit down and I can allow myself to switch off everything else and concentrate on that positive energy within me and the energy around me, and just to focus on the things that are in your mind that you need to focus on. Sometimes you're thinking about, you know, maybe you've got a struggle in a relationship, maybe you've got a struggle with your finances or something with your health, you know, but you're trying to think about it whilst you're driving, whilst you're cooking dinner. You know, it's great to get all these things done, but at the same time, you have to make time to declutter your mind. You have to make time to declutter your mind, because your mind is like a garden and all the seeds in there are blossoming. And you know, the more you think these thoughts, the more they are blossoming. This is why I work with people on the subconscious mind a lot, because I know, you know, your subconscious governs over 95% of your day. You know, so it's important to just do some gardening. That's what working with, you know, hypnotherapy and the things I do, that's what it does. It's just gardening in the mind, you know. And we must be in a state where we are open and receptive to divine wisdom. You know, and how do you become in that state? Well, think those thoughts. I am open and receptive to divine intelligence, to divine ideas, you know. Because however you think is how you're going to become. You know, at first this might seem a bit harsh because you have no idea how to control your mind. You know, and it's not that you have to be in control all the time. That's the exact opposite of what needs to happen. You need to just let go and be present and be open and receptive to all good. You know, and this is when ideas start to come in. And you know, recently I've started doing videos on the instincts. You know, I was saying you don't need to always trust your instincts, because they can be wrong, the way we've been programmed. And I mean, if you go into a supermarket and you're hungry, you're going to be buying about 10 more items than you actually need. You probably got food at home too, you know. So, but your instincts, your animalistic instincts, you know, we see danger, and we also have a survival mode, right? You want to make sure you've got enough food to eat. But you've got plenty of food, and there's always enough. There's an abundance everywhere. There's an abundance of oxygen within you. You know, there's an abundance of oxygen around you to breathe in. And why would it be any different with anything else in your life? There's an abundance of sand, there's an abundance of ocean, there's an abundance of trees, there's an abundance of everything. But we're not open and receptive to seeing that, because sometimes we're thinking about all this other bullshit. You know, repeating tapes in your mind. You know, but guess what? You can write your own tapes in your mind. You can write your own story. And that's what God wants you to do, because the instincts, the animalistic instincts, this is just how you're programmed to operate as a human. You know, you have to survive. You have to, you know, you want to survive naturally. That's in your instincts. You want to make sure you're fed and your loved ones are taken care of. That should be in your instincts. That's a natural thing. Whereas, you know, your intuition is also natural, but we have to be made aware of it. And the enemy on this planet has suppressed spirituality, which is your connection to the divine and your understanding of yourself. Oh, look at the storm brewing. Whoo! I'm brewing up a storm right now. You know, because that's fine. It's fine to brew up a storm. You know, these things happen. You know, but you have to understand what's coming up within you and allow it to be cleared. You know that who you are is not, where you are is not who you are. Where you are is not who you are. But I should probably get going because I do not want to be caught in this storm. But what a beautiful frequency we're giving off today. We're speaking about God, and God is showing us that it is present. You know, nature can be unforgiving, my friends, but also, you know, when like the fear of the storm coming right now is a natural instinct of mine coming up, right? But if I allow myself to trust my intuition, I know that God will always take care of me. For, you know, you might think, well, I might think, well, why don't I go and get some food? And I can, if I then think, no, I shouldn't because, oh, maybe I can't afford it or something. That's my animal instincts coming up of survival. Whereas my intuition was saying, no, just go and take some nice food. The storm will clear. And then you'll live happily ever after. But do you trust God and the intuition coming through you, or are your animal instincts taking you over? That's what I want to know, because this is what spirituality is about, making you more aware of your body, your mind, and your soul, and what you came here to do, what's important to you, where you're heading in life. Let's have some reflection time. You know, if you want to have some reflection time with me, I do one-to-one calls, I do monthly mentorships, I do hypnotherapy to help people. I have exclusive content going deeper into this on my Patreon. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to work with me and support my work, then the link is in the description box below, and I look forward to meeting you. But enjoy this with me. Oh yeah. Whilst the storm is brewing. Wow, man. Ooh. I'm not very good with this camera yet. Ooh. Oh my goodness. What is the storm you're brewing in your life, my friends? Whoa. But remember, danger is real, but fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Have courage, patience, and wisdom, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one.